problem is I don't be wanting our hands to be too far. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit be looking crazy, bro. Remember the Snoop video where he was
the writing on the side.
Right. All right, so this will be straight.
We good.
Yeah, this is good.
We doing it?
Yeah, well, we could. Yeah, you want to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, shit, hold on. Do that again. So I'm in this bitch looking like a child.
Bouncing around. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Cinecism. I'm Eric.
It's your boy Dante, man, and today we're going to be doing a review on the Netflix original series, The Outer Banks.
This was a recommendation from my big sister, Melissa, so thank you for that, sis.
What's up, Melissa? Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Outer Banks is about, primarily, it's this group of kids called the Pogues, kind of lower class for the most part, living in these banks in North Carolina. Well, season 1 of the story primarily focuses on the Pogues trying to find this lost treasure, who the leader of the Pogues, Johnny B.
Yeah.
His father got lost at sea trying to find his treasure like a while back. He's taking up his legacy by trying to find the treasure as well.
As the season unfolds, you start to get to know more about these kids and where they come from, their household. Also, the intricacies about John B's father's disappearance, because it's a lot of shady shit going on. Everything's not what it seems when it comes to his dad being missing.
God damn you, Ward.
Right. Damn you.
So you got this group of Pogues, as we mentioned before, led by Johnny B, whose father's estranged, lost at sea. Chill dude. You can tell he's got a good heart. He really genuinely cares about his friends. He lives a pretty simple life. He kind of stopped going to school after his dad disappeared. The authorities are trying to put him into a foster home. Of course, he's not with that, so he's avoiding that at all costs.
Listen to me, man. When this show first did that, I was like, why are they trying to put that grown man in foster care? I was like, is he unfit? Because they didn't.
Did you think he looked that old?
I thought he did not look like a child. Initially, when they first say that they're going to put him in foster care, they don't tell you how old these kids are. Come to find out, he was 16. But before then, I was like, why is this grown man?
I assumed he was like 17.
They said he was 16, which I was not, which made me laugh out loud. I said, I ain't buying that.
He looks at least 18.
I'll buy 18. Clearly the leader of the group. He's the leader of the Pogues. They're not filling their circumstances, which makes sense. You know, they poor. They live on the poor side of town. They disenfranchised. A big part of them wanting to get this treasure is to kind of get out of these circumstances. They want better for themselves. He wants better for his crew. And they really a family, honestly, man.
Then you got his best friend, arguably, JJ. I like JJ, man. He probably was my favorite character in this show, honestly.
I think he had the most development.
I just really sympathize with him.
Me too.
He comes from a single parent home. His dad is physically and verbally abusive towards him. He cares about his friends, but outside of that, it's like he don't care about nothing else.
Yeah, he
with the shit.
He seemingly is a loose cannon, but he's not. He just quick tempered. That's probably the better way to describe him. But he's not a loose cannon. It's just like if you mess with his family, his group of friends, you in for a ride. Like he go all out for them. He really a sensitive kid, man. And then you see that he's one of them tough exterior kids. He has a rough home life, so he puts on a big bravado. But underneath that, and his friends know that, underneath that, he really a kind-hearted guy. He just hurt, you know, his dad.
Yeah, his scenes may be the saddest in the show.
Oh my God, man. When I really felt something on this show, it usually involved JJ.
And you got Kiara. She's a Pogue, technically, but she's also what they call Kooks. That word makes me comfortable.
Saying these names is just hilarious.
Pogues are way more comfortable.
Yeah, Pogue sound fine because it's not related to any other racial slur.
That shit sound derogatory.
These names, right. I said, did they say coons? Who they calling the coons? All right.
Kiara comes from a wealthy family. Like I said, she relates more to Johnny B and JJ and Pope.
She's a Pogue by choice.
At heart, yeah, Pogue at heart.
Just because you're born into a certain financial lifestyle don't mean that you necessarily will feel like you fit in with that society.
They are some douchebags.
Yeah, oh my God. And these are the worst type of rich people. They won't damn near no redeemable person in the bitch. She's like an environmentalist. She's kind of low-key hippie-ish. Damn near all of them have a crush on her. But you can see why. Like, she very lovable. She that cool chick that'll hang with the dudes, but also keep them in line. Like, she kind of like their sister. They got a dope relationship with her.
Lastly, of the Pogues, you have Pope, the brains
Yeah.
of their group. He's got a lot of opportunities. He comes from the same humble beginnings of them. He's in the process of trying to get into prestigious college. I thought he came from a single parent home at first.
Me too. We didn't see his mom for the whole damn show. That's what I was like, oh, he got a mom? I said, your mama's worried sick too. I was like, damn, from beyond the grave, huh? Then she showed up. I said, oh, in the flesh? I was like, hey, not from beyond the grave.
Him and his dad have a kind of a strained relationship. They love each other clearly, and they kind of cool with each other, but his dad thinks that his friends are a bad influence on him and is going to have a negative impact on, you know, his potential future.
He won't wrong. I could tell even early on that it was more so about him not wanting his son to have the lifestyle that he wants. Like, his dad's a grinder. He working all the time and he wants better for his son. And because of his son's potential, he's book smart, clearly just above his surroundings. He wants him to utilize that. Well, we got to talk about Sarah.
One-dimensional.
To me, Sarah is part of the Pogue group.
Yeah, not initially, but she later becomes that.
She part of the crew.
So Sarah, she's initially a kook. We find out later that her and Kiara used to be best friends. Sarah and John B eventually kind of develop a friendship, which leads to more of a romantic relationship later on in the series.
Absolutely.
At the start of the show, she's with this douchebag named Topper, who is
a douchebag named Topper.
She gets involved with John B and the crew when they start to hunt for the treasure because she has access to like some historical maps and everything that her father keeps. We come to realize she's not as one-dimensional as some of the other people that come from her background are in this season.
She don't seem to fit in with them neither. Like, but she seems to, unlike Kiara, who didn't fit in and made a choice to leave, you know, and found a group that she did fit with. I think she kind of faking the funk a little bit. Like, she hanging with the rich kids, but I don't think she really vibe with them either. Kiara and Sarah had a falling out. Their friendship ended on really bad terms. There's bad blood there. So her coming into the group initially is like, you know, it causes a lot of tension.
On top of that, Sarah and John B develop a relationship, which I think kind of bothered Kiara at first too, because her and John B had shared like some moments together. Not to say that she thought they were going to be together, but there was some emotional involvement there. And then we got Topper. Like we said, he's a douchebag. Yeah. He's with Sarah. Then he's not with Sarah. He has a little bit of a character arc through the series, but it's nothing noteworthy.
He was who he was.
Too much,
I'm
like, bro, you a teenager?
Yeah.
Just relax. And you got Topper's two clown homeboys.
Bobby Schmurder and fucking Rafe.
I forgot.
They never said his name.
Yeah, okay.
I just was like, oh, it's Bobby Schmurder.
I really fucking hate
it. Like, who is this fuck nigga that they done threw on the show, man? God damn, Kodak Black.
He pretty much stayed the same through the series. So
then you got
Rafe, who I guess is like the best friend of Topper. He's like,
and Sarah's brother.
Yeah, let's not forget that. Rafe is a fucking maniac.
Yeah, he crazy, man.
The oldest child of Ward. He always is trying to prove to his dad that he's worthy of his love or him passing on whatever inherited to him, but he constantly doing maniacal shit to disprove that notion. He makes irrational decisions.
Oh my God.
Impulsive.
Come on, man.
Fucking maniac.
I
hate this kid.
Yeah. Fuck Rafe.
Oh my God.
That's how I felt about him. And on top of that, he was a bitch. So you hate that.
Those the worst kind. The ones that do the most shit but be the hoest.
What a fuck boy.
I hate that.
And he becomes even more fuck boyer as the show continues. I guess the main key moment would be the act of them actually finding the treasure. With Sarah's aid, they finally locate where this treasure is, and it's located in this old woman's house. They managed to get some of it, but not all of it. That's really where, I'm not even going to say where the problems start, but that's where
it got worse.
That's right.
Significantly.
That's when things took a turn for the worse.
I just gotta say, man, the only person that rivaled my hatred for Rafe was his dad.
Oh, okay.
But I still hated Rafe more.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I hated Ward, and here was my problem with Ward. This was a key moment, kind of a takeaway. And once he gets wind of them finding this gold, then, you know, he uses his resources to get this gold out of here and try to hurry up and fly out of the country. I'm like, bro, you already rich and you trying to take from these kids who literally don't have shit.
Exactly. They have nothing. They literally have nothing. I thought they were going to develop that more. I thought maybe he was in a bad financial bind or something, or he was losing his funds. They never said anything like that. He was just greedy.
On top of that, we find out later on that him and John B's dad were on this hunt for the gold together, which John B's dad initiated, and he had been searching for 20 years before Ward even came on board.
Right.
This is when we find out that Ward actually killed John B's dad accidentally.
Right.
The way he went about it.
Exactly. He all about them cover-ups.
And knowing what he did to John B, how he took his father out of his life,
right?
It was unintentional or intentional. He's still going to try to take the gold that this boy found.
Right.
That wife ain't shit either.
Oh my God. She was on board for all of the fuckery.
Right. I thought she was going to be some kind of a line of reason or something. But
the little sister was ass too. I didn't like her neither.
I thought I was going to like her.
Yeah.
I ended up not really
she was ass too. Yeah. She was the only redeemable person in that family was Sarah. It's like, Jesus Christ. I say another key moment for me, man, was the whole thing that happened with where you actually got to see the abuse that JJ was suffering at the hands of his father. That shit was crazy, man. Like,
he was fighting that man like he was a grown man.
Dog, he literally was beating the hell out of this kid, man. Through a series of events, JJ steals like $25,000 from this drug dealer. He was supposed to pay court fees with that, but instead he goes off and buys a bunch of this lavish shit. Kiara and Pope discover him, and you mad like they mad at him, right? Like he in there, he drunk. They like, yo, you should have spent that on your restitution. You fucked off all that money. Like, what's wrong with you? Then he stands up in the pool, and you see all these bruises on his body.
God, what a piece of shit.
I hated his dad. As brief as he was.
A lot of pieces of shit in this scene.
And a lot of the adults were shit, man.
The adults were some of the worst.
So Pope confesses his love to Kiara, but it's like at the worst possible time.
Poor Pope.
I felt so bad for him, man. And even if he had a chance, the way that he went about it was so incredibly awful. She said that she didn't feel that way, and you know, he was persistent, and it kind of became a little extra to the point where she had to be like, look, I don't like you. And it's a thin line between persistence and just desperation, and I felt like he crossed it.
Well, he was high too.
He was high, and he was at a low point
in his right state of mind.
Yeah,
I feel like it was multiple ways to interpret that them later sharing a kiss after that.
What the other way would you interpret that?
Well, I want to hear how you.
This is what I felt like happened. Once John B and Kiara was kind of dissolved, and it was clear that he was with Sarah, I started to notice that they were hinting a lot more at Kiara and Pope being together, and I thought it was just me.
But do you think her feelings are mutual at this point, by the end of the season?
I say at this point, I think so, yeah. To me, I felt like she had liked him anyway, so I was surprised when she rejected him so strongly.
I just didn't really see that from her. And I didn't know if she was kissing him just because, like, just to make up for the way.
Well, that, no.
Because I would
that's a wild makeup, bro. She kissed him because I think she realized in that moment that she liked him. But they had already hugged.
Weird. Like, how you don't know? Whatever.
Well, nigga, come on, man. You know who we dealing with. You know who we dealing with. Now leave it at that.
All right.
Once John B was out the picture, I was like, who's it gonna be? Because nigga,
I'll step up.
Right.
What's your IG?
Right. Last key moment, which pretty much leads to the end of the series, is when the sheriff got shot, which I thought was some fucked up shit. I don't know if it's because it was a small town or what, but you couldn't get nothing past that sheriff. She knew everything that was going on. Like, literally, she was not.
I was kind of shocked when she got shot, bro. I was like, damn.
I was more shocked when she died. I was like, oh, she died from that?
Of course she had to, because she knew much.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not saying I wanted her to, but I'm saying
for the show.
In the context of the show, the scene.
I
really did not want her to die.
Me neither. She was a great
his bitch.
No, I fucking hate Rafe. She was up on pretty much, I think, a lot of what was going on with Ward and the thing about John B's father. So she came out to the airstrip, and basically Rafe kind of comes out of nowhere at the end and shoots the sheriff. I thought it was the arm, but it apparently was the chest. They framed John B like he shot her, and It just, then he on the run and Sarah ends up going on the run with him. I just hated the fact that rich people kept winning in this show. Of course, they're going to take the word over the prominent figures in the community. And I just hated everything about that because Rafe was such a piece of shit, man. He killed somebody and assaulted many others. So he deserved to catch his L.
He just was pissing me off so bad.
I fucking hate Rafe. Yeah.
Overall, I thought it was a pretty solid series. Things that kind of bothered me was it kind of, the pacing in the beginning was kind of slow. It took a minute to get to the meat and the potatoes, man. And that was one of my only setbacks. That was taking me out of the story.
Because of that pacing, the show just wasn't bingeable to me. I just felt like it was dragging. It was a lot of, like we mentioned before, it's just a lot of scenes of them kind of doing nothing.
Another takeaway or con for me that I noticed that I did not particularly care for was the camera work and some of these action shots.
Listen to me,
so
bro.
Goddamn crazy.
That shaky cam was the shakiest cam.
That was the worst.
When they were running,
nigga, it
was like disorienting.
It's no reason for that.
I know that shaky cam in a lot of these scenes can add intensity, and that's the thought behind. When these cams were running,
it was something else.
Right. I've never seen shaky cam to the point where it was actually like blurring my vision.
Whoever chose to do that shit, y'all need to fire his ass.
Get him out of there.
Why is that shit? God damn it.
Right.
I told him not to do that shit.
Another thing, man. Listen, bro. People was getting beat the fuck up. Guns pulled like it was nothing. But really the beat the fuck up factor was crazy. This drug dealer tried to rob them and all of them were together. Nigga, that shit looked like Power Rangers. Like they jumped that man like I've never seen somebody get jumped in unison that badly. Even Kiara got a lick off and it was a good one.
It was good to see this style of show that wasn't super melodramatic. I feel like it was a very grounded, giving a portrayal of kids in like a lower class. So overall, I thought The Outer Banks was pretty solid. I had some minor gripes, but it wasn't enough to take me out of the show entirely. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Hopefully the second season, they just fixed like the pacing issues. I think everything will be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, I'm going to give The Outer Banks a 7.5 as well. I'm actually really intrigued to see where they go from here. I think the second season of this, I will probably like a lot more. That next season going to have to be, it's got to be some things to be addressed.
Be crazy.
And Rafe got to die.
Or at least get fucked up.
Death.
Anyways, that was our review for the suggested series, The Outer Banks, the Netflix original, suggested by my big sister. Appreciate you again, sis.
Appreciate you, Melissa.
If y'all enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for additional content. And also, if you have any suggestions of any videos or movies or trailers or anything of that sort that you'd like to see reviewed by us, don't forget to drop a comment below.
If you guys have seen The Outer Banks, I'm very curious to see what other people thought of this show. I saw that it was rated pretty high on Rotten Tomatoes, which is good. I don't know anybody else that's really even seen the show. I haven't heard anybody talk about it that much.
Also, I meant to mention, my nephew actually suggested this to my sister. So thank you too, Zay. I appreciate you.
Hey, we appreciate you, Zay, man.
Thank y'all. Peace.
Peace.